A pleasant day, everyone. Welcome again to another edition of Teacher Tinitin's Classroom. We are now with the fourth module of Quarter 2, which is the most essential learning competency of relate text content or particular social issues, concerns, or dispositions in real life. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to relate text content or particular social issues, concerns, or dispositions in real life. And to be able to achieve it, the following objectives would help. List the conjunctive adverbs used in the paragraph. Understand the use of conjunctive adverbs. Select the appropriate conjunctive adverb to be used in the given sentences or paragraphs. Make use of the conjunctive adverb formula in arranging words to make a grammatical sentence. So what is a conjunctive adverb? A conjunctive adverb, which can also be called adverbial conjunction, brings together two complete thoughts or independent clauses, like a conjunction. They use the second clause to modify the first clause, like an adverb. Conjunctive adverbs can follow a semicolon or a period and typically have a comma after them. So to be able to understand what conjunctive adverbs are, I have here a table wherein we have the function of the conjunctive adverb, the list of conjunctions that we need to use, and the sample sentence. The first function of conjunctive adverb is to give additional ideas. Examples of conjunctions that gives additional ideas are in addition, next, moreover, also, again, and furthermore. We should talk about Taylor's grade. Additionally, we should discuss her behavior. So aside from talking about her grade or Taylor's grade, they are also going to discuss her behavior. Comparing ideas. Conjunctions that compares ideas are likewise, alternately, similarly, and also. Oliver loves to repair cars. Likewise, his brother Simon enjoys it. So when we say comparison, these are looking for similarities. In this sentence, both Oliver and his brother Simon loves to repair cars. Another function of conjunctive adverbs is to concede a point. Examples are granted, nevertheless, of course, and still. I trust my son to come home by curfew. Of course, he's been late twice this week. So in this sentence, we can see that in spite of the curfew, his son is still late. Next function is to contrast ideas. We have however, instead, nevertheless, rather, regardless, and still. I wanted to see a scary movie. However, my friend wanted to see a comedy. This sentence states two different ideas or things that these people want to do. Another function of conjunctive adverb is to emphasize a point. Examples are again, certainly, indeed, moreover, of course, and naturally. Stay away from the water. Certainly you don't want to fall in. You don't want to fall in emphasizes why. He is saying that he needs or she needs to stay from the water. Another function is to illustrate a point. Examples are, for example, for instance, namely, that is. Anne prefers Italian food. For example, she loves spaghetti more than rice. Another function is to summarize an argument. We have all, in conclusion, in summary, and that is. We packed up the car and drove home. All in all, it was a great trip. It was a great trip summarizes how they felt during their trip. Next is to show time or sequence. We have beforehand, meanwhile, lately, now, and since. Our family welcomed a new baby. Since her birth, we've been so happy. So since her birth tells us when they have been happy. Now, it's not the end of our lesson. let's take note or focus on some of the things that we need to remember regarding the use of conjunctive adverbs. First, when a conjunctive adverb connects two independent clauses in one sentence, it is preceded by a semicolon and followed by a comma. Example, Jeremy kept talking in class. Therefore, he got in trouble. In this sentence, we combine two independent clauses, which is Jeremy kept talking in class and he got in trouble. Since we joined them, we have to use a semicolon and a comma before and after the conjunctive adverb. Another thing that we need to remember when using conjunctive adverb is to use a comma when the conjunctive adverb introduces, interrupts, or concludes a single independent clause. Examples, Mike finishes the block of articles within a few hours. Subsequently, he signed up for another block. Here, the conjunctive adverb subsequently is in the beginning of the paragraph. That's why we have to use a comma after the word subsequently. English competency includes reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills. That is why, undoubtedly, strong writers are an important component of this class. In this sentence, the conjunctive adverb undoubtedly interrupts or is found in the middle of the sentence. That's why you have a comma before the word undoubtedly and a comma after the word undoubtedly. The last one is when it is found in the conclusion or at the end of the sentence. I end up sick at the beginning of the week. I eventually caught up on my work, however. So the word however, which is our conjunctive adverb, is found at the end of the sentence. That's why the comma is found in the beginning of the sentence. Now let's take note that we do not use a comma if the conjunctive adverb is used for a weak interruption. Example, Melinda was out of town last week. I therefore had to send my work to Drew. Here, the word therefore has no comma because I had to send my work to Drew is a non-essential information or a non-restrictive clause, meaning the sentence, Melinda was out of town last week, can survive, or I had to send my work to Drew is a non-essential statement, or no relation, or a very little relationship to the first sentence. And that ends our discussion on conjunctive adverbs. See you again in our next lesson. Thank you for watching.